Geoffrey Chaucer was born in London around 1340. His life is documented through contemporary records and occasional self-references in his poetry. He entered the household of the Duke of Clarence's wife in 1357, served in military campaigns abroad, and later joined the royal household, receiving pensions and grants. Under Richard II, his positions were confirmed, and he undertook diplomatic missions, including a significant trip to Italy in 1378, which exposed him to Italian literary influences. Despite a period of hardship following the departure of his patron, John of Gaunt, to Spain in 1386, Chaucer's fortunes recovered later in life. He was the first poet buried in Westminster Abbey's Poets' Corner, a testament to his enduring legacy. Chaucer's poetry is traditionally divided into three phases: French, Italian, and English, each reflecting a distinct stage of his artistic development, though influences often overlapped. Chaucer's early works, heavily influenced by French models, display an immature style. The most notable is the Remonte of the Rose, a lengthy allegorical poem in octosyllabic couplets, adapted from Le Roman de la Rose by Guillaume de Lorys and Jean de Meung. Though once wholly attributed to Chaucer, only the first part is now considered his. Other poems from this period, such as the Book of the Duchess, written in 1369. Likely for John of Gaunt's late wife, the Complaint unto Pite, an ABC, and the Complaint of Mars, reflect the formal and allegorical tendencies of French literature but lack the sophistication of his later work. Chaucer's exposure to Italian literature, particularly Boccaccio and Dante, marked a significant evolution. His handling of meter became more adept, and his work grew in originality and psychological depth. Key poems include Enelida and Arcite and The Parlement of Fowls, the latter showcasing his comic spirit through vivid bird characterizations. Troilus and Chryside, adapted from Boccaccio's Illinois Filostrato, is his finest narrative work, blending courtly love conventions with intense realism and complex characterizations of Chryside and Pandarus. Its rhyme-royal stanzas and poignant pathos demonstrate Chaucer's growing mastery. The House of Fame, a dream allegory, features a lively eagle whose humor foreshadows Chaucer's later style. While The Legend of Good Women, the first known English use of the heroic couplet, tells tales of virtuous women with a charming daisy-themed introduction and masterful narrative, particularly in the Cleopatra section. Chaucer's English period represents his greatest achievement, epitomized by the Canterbury Tales. This work, though possibly inspired by Boccaccio's Decameron, is distinctly English in its scope and execution. It features 29 pilgrims, representing diverse social ranks, who gather at the Tabard Inn in Southwark to journey to Thomas à Becket's shrine in Canterbury. The prologue vividly portrays their quirks and humanity, while the tales, intended to number over 100 but with only 20 completed and 4 partial, offer a rich tapestry of humor, pathos, and narrative variety. Most tales employ a versatile decasyllabic couplet, though two, the Tale of Melibœus and the Parson's Tale, are in prose. Shorter poems from this period, such as The Lack of Steadfastness and Complaint of Chaucer to His Empty Purse, further showcase his range. Spurious works like The Flower and the Leaf and The Court of Love were once attributed to him but are now discredited. Chaucer's poetry is distinguished by several defining qualities that mark him as a pivotal figure in English literature. His unique position as an unmatched poet of his era bridges medieval and modern sensibilities, establishing him as a forerunner of great literary figures. His observational skill, honed through interactions with diverse social groups, enables vivid and insightful characterizations. Chaucer's descriptions are exceptional for their beauty, humour, and vividness, transforming conventional tropes like spring mornings and crafting striking imagery, such as the desolate forest in the same work. His humour, ranging from kindly to satirical, shines in works like The House of Fame, while his pathos, though less prominent, is humane and effective in pieces like The Legend of Good Women and The Prioress's Tale. Despite occasional prolixity, his narrative power can be brisk and engaging, as seen in the lively chase scene in The Nun's Priest's Tale. Chaucer's metrical skill revolutionized English poetry through the introduction of the decasyllabic line and the rhyme royal stanza, showcasing technical innovation. In summary, Chaucer's modernity, his humour, humanity, and technical prowess sets him apart, transforming traditional forms into vibrant, relatable works and cementing his legacy as a literary pioneer. Chaucer's prose, while less successful than his poetry, marks progress in English literature. The Tale of Melibœus and The Parson's Tale are moralistic and lack vitality, but their improved sentence structure and rich vocabulary reflect the maturing language. Other prose works include a translation of Boethius and a treatise on the astrolabe for his son Lewis. The age of Chaucer was a transformative period in English literature, shaped by social upheaval, linguistic standardization, and a shift towards modern sensibilities. Chaucer's work, from his early French-influenced poems to the masterful Canterbury Tales, reflects and amplifies these changes. His keen observation, vivid descriptions, varied humour, and technical innovations established him as the earliest great modern poet. Unmatched for nearly 2 centuries, Chaucer's legacy endures as a cornerstone of English literary tradition, bridging the medieval and modern worlds with unparalleled genius.